Also breaking tonight, an escalating standoff overseas as Ukraine accuses Russia of firing on and seizing several of its naval vessels off the coast of Crimea. Russian state media says the ships entered territorial waters illegally, and CNN senior international correspondent Matthew Chance has more now from Moscow. Matthew, what is the latest there?
Well, there's been some quite dramatic developments in the sense that the Ukrainian government or the Ukrainian president has suggested or asked the parliament to impose martial law, or state of emergency rather, in the country, which is an unprecedented move that would really give us a sense of how tense the situation is and how volatile it is and how likely it is to escalate. The Ukrainian Navy, as you mentioned, say that 6 people were injured, 6 of its sailors were injured when Russian forces fired on 3 of their ships, and then Russian special forces boarded them. Now, we don't know what's happened to the crew of those ships, whether they're in Russian custody or not, but nevertheless, a very tense situation in that strategic stretch of water which lies between the Crimean Peninsula, which was annexed by Russia from Ukraine in 2014, and the Russian mainland. Now, US officials, along with the Ukrainians, have been accusing Russia of interfering with international shipping in that waterway for several months now, and they've been giving Ukraine some assistance to try and prevent that. Russia, as you mentioned, said that this is just them policing their territorial waters and that Ukrainian ships have entered them illegally. And so there's very conflicting accounts from both sides as to the cause of this. What the Russians are saying at the moment in terms of what's being broadcast on state television, they're saying this was a provocation sort of invented by the Ukrainians in order to try and disrupt the forthcoming meeting between President Trump and Vladimir Putin, the Russian president, scheduled to take place at the G20 summit in Argentina. Anna.
All right, Matthew Chance in Moscow, thank you. 2 longtime Trump advisors settling scores, naming names, alleging the president has embedded enemies in the White House and beyond. Details